Now let's take a look at the vShip application. Typically, if you look at a warehouse, you'll have the back office, the picking, the inventory, as well as the dock for outbound shipments. Near the dock, typically you're going to have the vShip application set up on a workstation with a scanner, integrated scale, as well as the printers used for the various reports and labels that will be produced. Now, if we look at a common shipment that may need to go out to one of our customers, that's typically going to start inside of sales transaction entry. And so here I have an order that may have a certain batch ID, various line items that have not been fulfilled, as well as freight amounts that have not been assigned. What we're going to go ahead and do is use our standard picking process, but use vShip to execute our pack verification as well as our shipping to help us automate the overall process. Now, the vShip application reads the Dynamics information automatically. However, it also builds upon additional business rules that allows us to automate areas around our company, the various warehouses, our operators, the carriers, as well as the individual customers that we may ship against. So to begin the process, typically we would go ahead and scan the order number that we want to ship against. However, we also have the ability to ship a non-sales order and have the system automatically remember previous addresses that we've shipped to. Now, using the vShip application, there's literally about 15 different ways that we may ship product. Like most shipping systems, we do have the ability to produce small parcel rates and labels. However, vShip uniquely also adds the ability to capture the item details that are in our boxes. A couple ways that we can do that is, first, we can take advantage of our auto build functionality where we know how many items fit onto a given pallet or into a given shippable container. What I'm going to do in this example is we're going to actually go through and build out our boxes. Now, to explain the screen a little bit, you'll see that the system has automatically read details from the order, including where do we want to ship to, bill to information, and we've added the capability of packing instructions. In this example, our customer wants us to use extra bubble wrap. Now, we also can see some of the line item details for this particular order that have been automatically read from Standard Dynamics GP. Now, in my picking process, my operator may have accidentally brought us the wrong product, as we can see validated in this example, an invalid item. However, if the person brought me the right product, however, maybe they brought me too many, our system is also capable of doing a overage check, in this example where they've accidentally brought us one too many. Now, if I ship out the right amount of product, you'll see via the color coding configuration, we're also giving the user a visual indication of what needs to go onto this shipment. Now, depending on the product and the operational verification process, we can simply scan the items as they appear on the order. I can enter those items in, or I can also go through and indicate basically how many items that we want to have onto the shipment based off of the quantity fulfillment details. And in this example, we're going to actually go through and have the last line item purposely be a short shipment. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next container. And depending on your weight verification steps, the screen that I'm about to show is an area that you can configure to help your operators, again, verify that the right products are going out the door. This is going to help you to reduce returns, which can be very costly, but also helps us to automate the fulfillment process back to Dynamics GP. So now here I am on our last box, and let's say that we was able to ship out most of this order, but we did have a couple items that were on back order. Instead of having to handwrite on our picking tickets, now the vShip application knows the exact item details, if need be serial and lot tracked, that we would be then able to write back to Standard Dynamics. We also have the ability to do shipment options. However, in this case, there's nothing that we need to override, so we're going to go ahead and commit this shipment out to the customer. The system is capable of doing rate shopping. Again, it is certified for UPS, FedEx, as well as US Postal, and it can also assist us for our LTL shipments. In this case, we'll simply go ahead and pick the cheapest. The operator is enabled to do that, or we can also configure the system to do that automatically. We're going to update the orders, print out our labels and reports, and now I'm able to go ahead and go back to the regular, or go on to the next shipment. Now if I come back into Dynamics and we take a look at the order that we've just shipped, a couple of things have automatically been updated. For instance, if we did do a partial shipment and we were doing fulfillment, we can update the batch ID accordingly for shipped complete, partially shipped orders as I've done here, or if we've accidentally or needed to void a shipment. If we get into the line item details, we can see the quantity fulfillment as well as date shipped for the first two line items as highlighted. However, on that last line item, we were in a shortage, so the system has automatically updated our back-ordered quantity. We've got a billable freight based off the business rules for this particular customer. And in this example, we've actually used freight as a markup in addition to our negotiated rates. We also have tracking numbers that we can then drill back into the carrier website as needed. If the customer is an EDI customer, the system is also going to integrate with vSync's EDI module to help us automatically build out our ASNs so that we can combine everything into a one-step process.